What's good, superstars? Back with another Cryptoys video. You got Superstar Joe, you got Superstar Rob in the building. How's it going, Rob?
Pretty good. You?
Oh, guys, if you're new here, do not forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification. You know, whenever we post some Cryptoys content for your faces, it has been a while. You can also become a superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. Hit the join button under the channel, under the video. Get one of these stars next to your name. Level up through the stars. Flex on them in the chat. There's a lot of super duper rares out there. If you're super duper rare, you have not gotten your super duper rare hat, let us know. We'll get that arranged, but we appreciate all the support that you guys in the VIP have been continuing to do through this entire time. I mean, you can also follow us on X, follow us on Instagram, join the Discord. We have a great Cryptoys chat in our Discord, and also if you love digital collecting in general, we have chats for all of the projects that we follow. Rob, what's going on?
It's going pretty good. I think today we had some interesting news. We got some news out of Cryptoys that we want to talk about today. Cryptoys, obviously, everyone knows it's my favorite project. I think it's one of the projects that has incredible potential for bringing in the masses, the average Joes who say, if I'm going to buy some of these things, what can I do with them? And the reason is because they're building digital toys. And that's the thing I think that people are not used to. Digital toys basically implies a world of gamification. So they came in here, and we haven't heard from them in a while. And this is a space where a lot of people are very, concerned and scared that if there's quiet, it might mean that something's going wrong in the background. But they finally came out, and this is what they tweeted. They said, the next chapter of Cryptoys is coming. We're hard at work behind the scenes implementing everything we've learned to bring you an even better overall experience. We've got a ton of exciting things in the works, more features, more partners, more resources, and initiatives that we believe will truly make a difference, not only for our community, but for the industry as a whole. Rest assured, we're not going anywhere. In fact, we're just getting started. So, right at the beginning, they say the next chapter of Cryptoys is coming. So I'm just going to start this off, Joe, by saying that we know that in 2023, they released the Disney drops, right? We had also Star Wars drops. So we saw a new, fresh, licensed IP on their platform, which brought in a lot of new people who were interested in that IP. And a lot of people were blown away by their unboxing experience. It's an amazing unboxing experience. They had different versions of the NFTs. So you had the actual, the cube itself. Then if you unwrapped it, that got burnt. Then you had the blister pack. And then if you unwrap that got burnt. And then you had the actual toy, which gave the utility. Then they came out with a whole bunch of marketplace. Remember the marketplace? They came out with a really clever way of allowing self-custody. So you could do giveaways while also having cash out. So they did a lot of incredibly groundbreaking things that I think people are forgetting about. And then they went quiet. And they went quiet for a number of months. And ultimately, I think when they say the next chapter is here, I think they're referring to a chapter of gamification. Now, Joe, why don't you jump in here before I go any further with this?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what the next chapter is going to be. What I do know is that Cryptoys does things differently in this industry, in this space, and their target audience is not even tapped into. I mean, we've brought this up multiple times about how utility is the driving force for digital collecting, because digital collectibles have that over physical collectibles. You can do different things with digital than you can do with physical. If we're going to make a digital platform or digital collecting experience be the exact same as physical with no other benefits, then what is the point? How are you going to convince the average person, like Rob said, to buy into this experience? A lot of people give us a hard time for continuing to support the Cryptoys project because it is not the biggest project right now. It does not have its full app built out. It doesn't have everything that is promised completed yet. I mean, it doesn't have that great of community size yet that other projects have, but it's something that we know has the backbone and the foundation for something that could be great. Rob showing some of the things that they've completed, some of the things that are in testing, advanced development. But the more and more that we talk to the team over at Cryptoys, the more and more that their vision aligns with our vision on what we see this space doing. It's something that digital collecting needs desperately. If you've been in the digital collecting space, you have seen market prices of collectibles just continually steeply drop off. And that's because all that digital collecting was until this point, and maybe for a little bit longer here, was for investment purposes. It was for you to buy something in hopes that it will appreciate in value, and then you could sell it for more. But when that couldn't happen, you saw a mass exodus of people from this space. This is why we believe in Cryptoys so much, because they're going to provide something other than investment purposes. They're going to provide something that you can do with these digital toys. How much fun Rob and I have been having on the Pokemon trading card game app has been incredible, because we can open up these things. It's not even ownership, really. Like, you have trading now, but there's no marketplace, but you have a sense of ownership of these cards, and you can use them to enable utilities when you play the game. Like, you have tools now that you can use for certain different capabilities, and you can be strategic, and it's just so much fun because Pokemon trading card game gets it. We hope that Cryptoys meets that expectation with whatever they're planning here next. Cannot wait to hear more from Cryptoys, but I have to say, Cryptoys has to be more open with their community. You do not want to let people who believe in the project become worrisome, become confused, wonder what's happening next. Like Rob said at the beginning of this space is filled with question marks. So, like, giving anybody doubt, maybe they're going to start to sell off. Maybe they're going to look the other way. We understand, because we're in the space for every single day for over 1,000 days. We understand how important utility is and what it means and what Cryptoys' whole story is. But the average person who might not be as in tune with the space may drop off if there isn't enough communication.
This is the thing with Cryptoys, is that they've been here for a while on implementing their original vision. Their vision actually hasn't changed. They talked about how they're implementing everything that we've learned to bring you an even better overall experience, but it hasn't really changed. From day one, what they sought to do was to build a digital gaming, right? It's a digital toy. They want to have a digital toy that can be used and played with by people. And that's why from day one, they went for the kid compliance, the COPA compliance, right? They're doing things, even the way they structured their marketplace and how they made the exporting of the ghost tokens. It was all designed from day one to work for children so that they can have their main target audience, while simultaneously making it compliant. These guys are obsessed with compliance. They're thinking 10 steps ahead every step of the way. I think a lot of people, they just think that Cryptoys is a place that they're going to do drops. They will drop these NFTs, these digital toys to be purchased, and that was it. But there's so much more that's to come. They have a roadmap that's pretty clear about what they want to do. And I think first thing on the list that they got to deliver is the iOS app and the Android app. I think that will go a long way. And then by extension, you got to have that gamification. Now, we know, because we've seen it, we've played the beta, they're going to have games within the app. They're also going to have games within their web platform. So they're going to have games 2 different ways that you could access them, all intended to bring some kind of benefits within the platform. And they also said another thing here, Joe. It says, we got tons of exciting things in the works, more features, more partners, more resources, and initiatives. So more resources is a big thing. A lot of people were concerned because rumor had it that there was actually a reduction in resources, but I believe that it was not a true reduction. I think it was a shift. I think what they were saying is, okay, we've done what we can on the drop side. We're going to shift now our resources to focusing on building the platform out on the gamification side, and then we're going to start focusing on the gamification part of the platform. So why would you really at this point market your what you have if you're only 20% done building your platform? It's just so far away, and it's not like the space right now is hot. It's not really like this is a space where if you're going to market, you're going to grow right now. I think what they want to do is they want to focus on gamification, get that rolled out so they can hit the real target audience, and then they can start targeting the marketing in a more tailored way. They did that whole thing with iJustine. Remember when they first released the Disney Star Wars? Right? They did the Star Wars release. They brought in iJustine because it was a good timing. They wanted it. Basically, it was a proof of concept for them to see how things would go. But now I think it's pretty obvious after all this time and what they have rolled out that they just need to bring in that utility. And that's the part that's missing in so many of these platforms. Even the ones that we've seen not do very well, they're all missing utility. It's the same old problem with every single one. This industry just lacks an understanding of the importance of utility. And I think there's no better way than through gamification. So as they said, rest assured, we're not going anywhere. They clearly hearing the rumblings that there may be some problems. They're reassuring everyone we're not going anywhere. We're here to build out, and very curious to see what else they have to release. This is going to be interesting to see if there's anything new that we're not aware of, because we are ambassadors. So, but what we're aware of is just what's on this, right? This Trello board is all we know. So I'm curious to see when they start releasing things, if there's something new that maybe will actually surprise us.
That line there, rest assured we're not going anywhere, was necessary for them to write out there, because that was a big question. We even did a video about it. Is Cryptoys going out of business video? And I think another key takeaway here is, I like what you said at the beginning of that little speech there, is that they've planned ahead on everything. Like anything that they have dropped, you're like, how did they even think of this at the time when they were developing years ago? Because it just makes so much sense every time that anything drops, like the dual marketplace, the COPA compliance. They don't even have like the formalized COPA compliance yet, and they're already building things out for that in the case that it does come. I mean, I think we have to look at this as a completely different platform. Proof of concept was stage one. Like you said, make the drops, see how it goes, get your little tester group from the crypto investor audience, and see how the platform functions. Do things work? What doesn't work? These guys are smart guys. They used us all as as beta testers without telling us that we were beta testers for the bigger, larger scale unrolling, it seems like here. So I mean, if they're able to get the COPA compliance and they're able to start marketing to their target audience, which is not anybody who's really using the app right now, maybe we are, and others who believe in utility, but I think their main audience is those kids that are going to love these IP that bring an extra layer to it. But I think they're hoping that they even fall in love with their current IP, their storytelling. Who knows what kind of backlog they have from those people who are working for the company that may no longer be there, but they might have other things that have been created in the background that they're ready to unroll. Maybe they're waiting around, but to get it going until they had a little bit more built out, hoping that this is that more built out, and hoping that this is a little bit of an up curve and we start to see continual communication. I think that is something key, and continue to hammer that home regardless of what's happening. Just keep on talking to the community, keeping them involved, and doing some things to keep them engaged, even if they're not your immediate target audience.
I think that it's easy sometimes as time goes on to forget some of the initial goals, and the project was clear from day one. Will has said it many times from the beginning that he wanted to make it so that it was easy for your grandmother to go on and buy Cryptoys for a child or a grandchild so that they can then play. The grandchild does not care if they're an NFT. They don't care about any of that. They just want to have the ability to use the platform. And then they also want to make it backed by NFT technology. And by the way, there's no question on this one because it is Flow blockchain. It is layer one. So every single one of these are fully recorded on chain. And they got pretty clever using layer twos in terms of being able to allow for a third-party marketplace and allow for giveaways and all those things. But it's easy sometimes to forget what that original goal was. The original goal was the games. The original goal was not the collecting. It was the games. It was digital toys, not digital collectibles. It happens to be that it's all set up very nicely for digital collectibles. You got mint numbers, you got blister packs, you got the ability to not open things, right? It's very nicely set up to collect if you would choose to do so. But right at the beginning, when they made this, when they got their funding from Mattel, they sought to build digital toys. And I mean, you can't understate that either, that they do have the backing of one of the biggest toy manufacturers in the world. And we've seen some other projects go out of business despite having some big name backing. But I just think this one feels a little bit different when you see how involved Mattel and Disney are in the platform, considering both their IPs are on there. So I just, I wouldn't sleep on Cryptoys. I think that even though you haven't heard from them in a while, I wouldn't sleep on them. These guys have planned way ahead for a lot of things. I doubt they're going to run out of gas when they haven't even got to a point yet. They've completed their mission and what they sought to build, right?
Yeah. So are they waking the sleeping dragon? That's the question.
Exactly. We have some big dragons. So let us know in the comments below. What do you guys think about Cryptoys here? The next chapter of Cryptoys is coming. What are your thoughts? Were you guys concerned? Are you now feeling better about the situation since you haven't heard in a while because of what you've seen in the space? What do you think they mean by more features, more partners, and more resources? We didn't even get into the more partners there, Joe, what they could be. Who knows what that is? But let us know in the comments below. If you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar, smash subscribe, and join the superstar fam. Hit the bell notification button so you get our videos a couple times a week. And also thank you to our VIPs. You guys are amazing. Thank you for supporting us. Guys, take care. See you next one. Bye-bye.
Love you.